Let's get straight into it. I'm bored.
Oh, hi. Welcome to my super schoolhouse. To come on in, just click on your name.
Click on your name. Man, come on, bro. We ain't got time for this. Let's go. So we're doing third. We have to get lucky for a third floor, and then we'll find something for a fifth floor. Let's go. Get ready for a whole lot of screaming.
Oh, hi. Let's play.
Oh, this actually runs so good. Oh, this is so cool. I get that. So I use this for bar. Okay. We have a good load up. I'm not running. Okay, he's cool. I found the fourth notebook, I think. Nope, I didn't. Oh, it's right here.
Congratulations! You found notebook. Now all you need to do is find a way out before I catch you. I know you're in there.
I maneuvered him. I got him. Yep. Let's go. Had to waste a B soda, but it's okay. Get ready. I told y'all to get ready for a lot of screaming. Is my mic off? My mic's not off. Okay, good. I told y'all to get ready for a lot of screaming. That's be like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's working. It's working. Okay. I'll put that away. And this.
Hi, I'm Johnny.
Okay,
Welcome to my
Apple.
store.
You're not that helpful right now. I have
Thanks for
285. You're not that
nothing.
helpful right now. Yes, you're welcome. You're not saving in coin. Not yet. This is math machine.
You're good.
We'll go this way since it's an actual hallway. This notebook right here. Two. He's like right there. I'm gonna get a B soda. One. Oh, there's wires. I'm about to crash out. 4. Easy. I will need that. Okay, he's not in. The key. Just take the keys.
Prepare yourself for something awesome!
I hate you.
Hands up!
7. He's all the way down there. I'm scared. Okay. I have the key, and there's the 5th. Okay, we might actually beat this. Hold on. 1. Let me have that. I do need some extra items, so I will go for the... Actually, never mind, I'm not gonna go for it. Actually, yes, I am. 0. What I'm talking about.
Looks like me.
Okay, the leaf.
Watch out for the world.
He's right there. Okay, please. I'm only getting the bus pass. Wait a second. I got saved. I need to find the lock room. The locked door room. This is actually the Ooh, I got lucky. I think it's this way.
What's this?
No, the bus pass!
Let's go!
The bus pass! I'm cooked. Can I not get the bus pass? Please? Library, I like this. Go. This is the last. No, it's not. It's not. I'll eat this and replace it with a B soda. And then if I have to use this B soda, then.
Does anyone want to see something cool?
No. He's right there, I think.
Prepare yourselves for something awesome!
He's behind me, isn't he? He's like behind me, but he's not.
Gravity is going crazy.
Oh, that's not it.
Surely,
He knows where I am.
newest invention must have been a grand success.
Nice. The bus pass. I got the bus pass. Whoa! Can't get me. I'm dead. Whoa! Oh my god, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. I'm actually scared. I'm actually scared. Holy. I have the bus pass. I have the bus pass. Where is the last notebook? Where is it? Can I think I know where to go. I'm gonna risk it.
Feast your eyes while I feast on my
Get
game.
out!
Please.
I was not
Hands
running.
up!
I think that's it right there. No, it is not. Gosh. Wait, is this it? No way! Two! Quick! Run! Run!
You found all 7 notebooks.
Run.
Now all you need to do is
Oh, I'm scared.
find a way out before I catch you.
Oh, I'm scared. First exit's right there. I'm scared.
Sweep, sweep, sweep!
I only have
Sweep, sweep,
It
sweep!
might actually not be cooked. Oh. And there's 2 minutes. I might actually be cooked. Where's the second exit at? We're good. We won. No. I hate this game even when I had it on my when I used to stream it. I hate this game, bro. It's so scary. Bro, like he could just pop up. I'm gonna go this way. Let's keep playing. Let's not keep playing, cause I don't want to play with you no more. You a cheater, bruh. You a cheater, pumpkin eater. That's 4. What? Bruh, if you don't give me that 4, I'll crash. One of the exits. We have a whole bunch of B sodas. We cannot waste this. Where another notebook is. Right there. He's right there. He's in the library. Oh my gosh. Get the quarter and leave. Where is he? I found the second exit. Bro. I literally have 4. I have to get to the green locker. Let me go, please. At least I'm thinking. No, it's 8. It's 8. I'll save that last one. Yes, I am. I'm literally in the 10th grade. You are a kindergarten teacher. 1. This is the IXL I would like to be doing instead of the IXL that I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all hate, I know I hate IXL, bro. Oh, he's right there. 1! It's right in front of me. Move! Okay. Last notebook is right there, I think. It's not right there. Where is it? Hold up! I know where to go now. I know what to do. I know what to do. No, it's not here. It's here. Oh, I could have been pushed. Okay, and that is the last notebook. Right? I have to go down. Whoa.
Gravity's going crazy. Surely my newest invention must have been.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get. Boy, he was right there. I saw him. Oh, I'm scared. 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 I'm scared.
Notebooks. Now all you need to do is.
He's right
Run away
there.
out before I catch you.
Oh no.
Bro, what? No. I'm not doing this, bro. Easy claps. 1. Go! He's right there! Go, please! 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 I did it! The bus pass! I didn't get the bus pass. I'm screwed. I didn't get the bus pass. So now I can't get extra points. So I didn't get the bus pass.
Let's go. Can't wait. You don't have a bus pass. You'll need one if you want to go on a field trip.
I'm actually cooked. How many B sodas do I have? I'm using all of my items in this room.
I'm Johnny. Welcome to my store. No way you'll get
I have
lost
100
now.
left. I
Say
couldn't care
hi
less.
to Baldy for me.
Oh my gosh. Bro, I did it! We about to do season 3! Wait, what? Season 3? The flip? Season 3, the flip?
What? What?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What's the answer? 666. Okay, now we get there. What's next one? Oh, I'm scared because these doors can lock. That event can happen. Alright, what's next?
I really want to say something cool.
Yes, one. Okay, where am I going? I'm going this way. Fourth notebook is like over here. Four. Principal's on his way. Okay, I'm actually doing good. Arts and Crafters is here. I like this. Where'd you now? Hey! His ruler! No, he saw me. Wait. Get out. Go, cause he's coming. Wait. Tell me that's a no. Oh, I already got it.
I know you're in there.
Oh, I'm screwed. Okay, I used one of my sodas. Okay, might not actually. I'm goat. Bro, no, go. Just eat one. Go. Yes!
15 seconds. Detention
Levitate.
for you. When will you?
Okay. This is working out in my favor. This is working out in my favor. I like this. This is working out in my favor. I need to look at the map. I need to look at the map. I need to see where I am. I'm right here. I win. Because I can just... I win. I actually did it. I actually did it. Where are we going?
I am coming,
No,
ready or not,
no,
here I
stop,
come.
stop. Last notebook is right there. Oh, I'm so happy. 4, right? Go!
Congratulations! You found
Go!
all 9
I have
notebooks.
2 be so
Now all you need to do is find a way out before I catch you.
It's coming from the front. He's right there. I'm legitimately cooked. Woo! Okay, go. I have 1 B soda left. I got 3. I wasn't running.
Whoa!
No, please don't.
Gravity's going crazy.
I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! The map saved me. The map saved me. The map saved me. I'm not even gonna lie. The map saved me. Where are we at now? Where are we at now? 21 minutes in, and we first try. 21 minutes in. This is the seed. We might actually cook.
Hi, I'm Johnny.
In
Welcome
older
to
versions
my
of the
store.
game, okay. There are 2 floors there's only 1 floor in this entire school that I do not want to go to, and that is the maintenance floor. If I have to go in there, the run is over. The run is gone. Like, I'm canceling the entire thing. Stream is over. The run is gone. If I get anything but that. If I do maintenance, I'll do it. But, like, I hate it.
I didn't really want food today anyways.
Then starve. I need to look at items.
Thank you.
That-
Now I might not
that-
starve. I love
that.
those. Totally worth the
I need
price.
that.
Thank you. My parents would have been so proud that I made a sale. Looking like you ain't learning. You're my favorite customer. See ya.
You. Okay. Floor 4, everyone! Let's hope this isn't a maintenance floor. Okay.
What? Fine.
Okay. Wait a second.
10,
Oh, I'm actually cooked.
9.
8. No, it's 6, stupid. It's 6, stupid. I'm not gonna pass the SATs. If I don't know basic math, I'm not passing the SATs. Oh my gosh, just... That's the conveyor belt that soft locks me. The second notebook with the door. 3. I'll take that as well. The answer... He's right there. Close the door on him. I don't want to see his ugly face. Haha. No! I hate him. Oh, I hate Mr. Reflex. I hate Dr. Reflex. If I could get to floor 5, that'd be the craziest thing I've ever done. If I beat this game, that'd be the craziest thing I've ever done. Oh, look, the leak. It's leaking again. Watch out for the world. I'm scared. Actually, I'm not that scared because Whirlpools can just teleport you in. See, it isn't. I got him. Notebook. I now not kid. And now I'm near Baldy. What the heck?
You're close for something awesome.
Whoa! The conveyor belt. Oh, you gotta be kidding. It's the worst. If he Diddy. That's what his name is here now. His name is not Dr. Reflex. His name is Diddy. Because the nurse will not stop bothering children like he's Diddy. He won't stop bothering the kids like he's Diddy. Bro, you took my spot, bro. Don't you dare. I'ma kill you, bro. I'll kill you where you stand, bro. That's what you get. That's what you get for stealing my whirlpool, bro. I could have been somewhere else. Or, no, because he might have got teleported to Baldy. Oh, he might have actually been a lifesaver. 2. That's 4 notebooks. I haven't been able to run in years. I need to get my Besodas together. I know this is a notebook before I go down that conveyor belt. I'll take this as well. The answer is 2. Get out!
Give me something great.
Oh, heck no! I have lost you. I don't why I shut your dilly.
I am
know where I am.
coming,
I know where I am.
ready or door, here I come.
If he's right there. Ah! No! Move! You have to be kidding me, are you? Where am I?
You're close for something awesome.
8. 6!
You're incredible.
He followed me, didn't he? You're lucky that didn't hit.
Okay, that's a
Oh, you're lucky that hit the principal. Oh, I'm lucky that got a 5th. Oh, I'm actually screwed.
You
And he's like,
Congratulations, you found all 7 notebooks.
I'm not screwed! I'm not screwed! I'm not screwed!
Find a way out before I get you.
No, I will not!
Test? Oh no! The test results conclude that you are healthy.
He knows.
I am coming, ready or door, here I come.
He knows!
I have lost you. I don't like that.
I know you're
I
in.
see you,
Let me go.
friend.
Give me
Ah!
20 seconds.
Hate my life.
Detention for you. You should know better.
Why you gotta be doing this to
No
me?
bullying in the halls.
He's right there! Let me out! Wait, doesn't this mean that the items that I literally just bought aren't in my inventory anymore? No, I'm actually about to check. Hold on. They're not in my inventory! Oh, but the points that I had, they don't.
Hi,
right?
I'm Johnny. Welcome to my store.
I literally just bought items. You're
See
telling
you
me.
later. I'll still be here.
Oh, they're in here. I need that B soda, and I need this. Just give me all the items. I have 2 lives left. I'm scared, okay? I have 2 lives left, and I did all of that in my first
What?
try. The answer is 3, stupid. Get out of here, little kid. That was scary, bruh. That's 3, little bro. I'll get Christmas keys. I will need these later. Yeah, forget it. That's all I hear from these little kids. Like, bro.
I see you, friend.
6, 5, 1.
I see you, friend.
Hey, what's up, Art?
Oh, no.
Okay, now where am I? I think I know where I am now. There's an exit. Eight, stupid!
Great job.
You're stupid.
That's right.
He right there.
I see you,
Push me.
friend. I have lost you. I don't like that. Oh,
0.
I
Looks like the league.
Watch out for the world.
will you marry me?
Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
I had people for all eternity.
Or I know where I am. Bro, he literally just pops up. Bro, really just pops up.
What's this?
I'm so scared, bro. We're not doing this. We're not doing this! I think we need to go this way. If I'm wrong, send Baldi to me immediately. I think we're going this way. We went the wrong way. I'm stupid. Don't really know what I'm missing. But he's right there. That's it. Three.
Congratulations!
No, you didn't.
Now all you need to do is find a way out before I catch you.
I see you, friend.
No, he found me.
Hi, I'm Johnny. Welcome to my store. That could come in handy. Try again when you have more you thought points.
I could have gotten a B soda.
Say hi to Baldi for me.
I need that. I need that. Keep that. End this.
I have one life left.
What?
Just open the door. Not gonna make it, bro. Brother, you're serious, right?
Anyone feeling down?
I couldn't care less. Zero. Zero's my hero. Show. Another B soda for fun.
Hey you! What's this?
Let's not.
Anyone feeling down? Come see me!
Just like right there.
Find the bounce! Find the fling before they throw the book at me!
Can I close this door? I can close the door. He should not. Let's go. The answer is 4.
That's right.
Wait a second. You're kidding! I hate this game. I can take a risk. Whee! No. I even drink tea.
Looks like it's sweeping time.
8.
Sweep,
Woo!
sweep, sweep.
Oh!
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep.
Oh! Take. Oh, wait, you! Oh my gosh!
Gotta sweep, sweep,
I get that you try. Oh.
gotta sweep, sweep, sweep.
You're right there.
Looks like the league's leaking again.
Just send me to a whirlpool and pray that he does not, like, literally come near me. Hi! Where did I end up at? Maybe it was in your room. Where did I see them? I used my visa. Where is he at? Game is over. You win this. You have, bro. Uncle has been go.
No entering school faculty, only rooms in the halls. 15 seconds. Attention for you.
I made this blue. Can't be doing this. Oh gosh. You son of a gun. You son of a gun.
Look at the family trick!
You son of a gun. Where is
Congratulations, you found all 7 notebooks.
Okay.
Now all you need to do is find a way out before I catch you.
Son of a gun. Where am I supposed to go now? I literally just won.
Mr. Right, life is going.
I won! Principal. Principal.
20 seconds.
I didn't run! I didn't run though! I didn't run! I literally went to the detention room 2 seconds ago. How did I not run? I'm cooked! I'm cooked! That was my best run yet!
For you. Your parents will hear about this one.
I didn't run though! Woo! Juking ankles! Juking ankles! I'm dead. Whoa! There's no way. Whew. Bro, wait. Bro, please.
See? That wasn't
No! No! You have to be kidding me. I mean, there is something I did unlock though. Random seeds. Oh my gosh. Oh, wah, 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 wah. Bow, 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 bow. I forgot what the seed was though on Cooks. You know what? I'm gonna just play another round. I'm gonna try one seed for the entire time, and if I'm able to make it, then yes. 0.
Oh, hi.
Makes my head spin.
Prepare yourself for something awesome. The camel.
Congratulations! You found all 4 notebooks! Now all you need to do is...
I just have to figure out what I was going to do. The alarm clock stays.
Hi, I'm Johnny. Welcome to my store.
It's fine.
I didn't really want food today anyways.
I'm starved.
You're good!
It's a library. 2 notebooks back to back. I love that.
Hey, with the elite trick! Feast your eyes while I feast on my guy. Oh no.
He's here.
Let's play. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's play. Let's play again. Sometime soon.
It just tricked my math teacher.
Fantastic.
No!
The bonus.
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep.
Jeez. He got snatched. He got snatched. Like, he literally just got snatched.
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep. Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep,
I
sweep,
mean,
sweep.
like, you so
People's lockers in the hall.
A mystery room.
You're annoying. 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 You're annoying.
Gotta sweep, 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 sweep.
Don't make me do this again.
You know what? Nah, it's all good. I'm not doing that. You wanna know why I'm not doing that? Because no. Just no. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Like, just no. I'm not doing that. So,